Okay, I've been asked to give a quick tutorial on a Connects Mousetrap car, something very, very basic. So I'm going to pull this apart real quick, and then I'm going to go through the parts list and then quickly assemble it. The kit that this is coming out of is the Connects Power and Play kit. And the parts I'm going to be pulling out are not all in the same bag. In fact, I don't even remember which bags they were in. So you may have to pause it at times and move back and forth between the video and digging through your kit to get all the parts. There are some things you're going to need that are not in a standard Connects kit in order to do this, obviously, one of which would be a mousetrap. And I'll show you the others here in just a second. Like I said, I just want to pull this one apart to give you the quick video overview. As you might guess, I've been doing mousetrap cars for some time now, maybe about 12 years. So I might go kind of quick. Please don't be insulted or upset or feel bad if you this doesn't come to mind right away, or it's not as, I make it look easy is what I'm trying to say. All right, so tools. You'll need a pair of scissors. Be sure to get a pair of scissors. Things that are not in the Connects Power and Play kit that you're going to need. You're going to need some lightweight string, something strong, easy to knot. This stuff is kite string. It's actually sold on Amazon. You can get a package of 10 of these for like $7 or something. This is like 70 cents, and it's way more string than you need. I do recommend something small diameter like this, though. Any heavier string is just, it's harder to work with, so this is good string for that. You're going to need some zip ties. These skinny 4-inch ones like this. You can buy a package of 1,000 of these for like $8 at Home Depot. I'm sure they sell them online. They're just really thin, small. You'll need 2 of these. Those are not in the Connects kit, of course. Neither is your mousetrap. Now, about this mousetrap, I've stripped it down some. I've removed a a staple right here, and the bait supporting thing. You don't need those. You can build this with that still on there. So if your teacher requires you to leave the mousetrap as is, you can leave that on there. I just removed them because you don't really need them. Same thing down here. There's a staple that goes in here. It looks very much like the one that's at the end here. It's just a little loop of wire driven in down here at this end. And it has a long piece of wire on it as well with a funny little bend on the end. That I pulled out and thrown away. But you can leave it on there. Just leave it stapled down to the surface because you don't want it flopping around and getting in your way. But I stripped them because that's allowed in my class. Oh, and I apologize if my voice is echoey or if it's muffled. I'm doing this with a mask because it's COVID-19 time and I'm in a big classroom by myself. So it's echoey. Anyway, those are the non-Connects parts you need. Now, from the Connects kit, you're going to need 4 of these wheels. That's the whole total that comes in the Connects Power and Play kit. And you need the 4 tires that go with them. The tires just fit over like this. So they look like that when you're done. For each of those wheels, you're going to need one of these. This is sometimes called a tan cross connector clip or something like that. I forget the name of it. Connect sells them. You can find them online. You need one of these for each of your wheels. This is not the only way to do this, I want to emphasize. So if I end up putting this on YouTube and you want to put in the comments, you don't have to connect the wheels that way. Okay. You don't have to do it this way. This is just how I'm doing it. Likewise, these spacers, they look like this. They're little gray cylinders. Can I get that to focus? There we go. little gray cylinders. You need one of those for each wheel as well. The next thing I think I should tell you is this clip here. This is actually purple. The light makes it look a little bit blue sometimes on this camera. But you're going to need 4 of these. 4 of these purple clips. Next, axles. You're going to need 2 of these. Now, I thought this was black, but if you look it online, it actually says it's dark gray. It's a dark gray axle. It's, I think, 54 millimeters long, which is basically is a little bit shorter than the Mousetrap is. So if you're going through that kit, it's the black one that's a little bit shorter than the Mousetrap. You need 2 of those. Similarly, you need 2 of these red ones. Now, I think these red ones are 128 millimeters. They're about an inch longer than your Mousetrap. Stick out here like that. You need 2 of these. Next, you're going to need 2 of these. These are orange. They might look a little yellow on the camera, but they are orange. Very basic connector. Only 2 of those. And lastly, there are other parts you could use for this, but I like this one. This part right here. Look at that for a minute. It's kind of a weird part. It's actually a darker orange than it's appearing on my camera. Maybe your screen is adjusted better than mine, but it's actually a darker orange than that. So you're going to need 1 of those, just 1. So those are all the things you need to make the Mousetrap car that I'm going to show you. Again, very basic. This is just one of a million different ways you can make it. But all of these parts are in the Connects Power and Play kit, along with a billion other things you don't need. These are the additional items you'll require. Now, how do you put it together? Well, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take one of these tan connectors, and you're going to snap it onto the gray axle like that. You might want to slide it down from the end a little bit like that. Then you take the wheel, you stick it on there so that that little pin goes in that hole. You'll see it sticking through on that side when you're done. What this does is it means when I turn this axle, it has to turn that wheel. For reasons that will become apparent later, you want to put a gray spacer on there. Do 2 of those with the parts that you have. And set those to the side for a minute. Next, you're going to take the 2 red axles, the 2 orange pieces like this. You're going to snap the axles into the orange piece like this and slide it down to the end like that. Flip it over, do the same thing on the other side. So that's your basic frame. Now, as it turns out, that's exactly, well, just about exactly. It's a little bit under, but that's where your Mousetrap's going to end up, right in the middle of that thing. So that's kind of like the chassis, the framework for this. Now you're going to take these guys, these purple dudes, and you're going to snap them on the end like this. Maybe they're not dudes. That's probably sexist of me. I don't want to. They might be gals. They might be neither. It's all good. We got purple connectors on each end. Should be pretty obvious where we're going from here. Now we're going to take this axle with this wheel, and this guy, we're going to put the axle through there like that. And then add another spacer, connector, the tan one, clip, whatever you want to call it, and a wheel goes to the end of that. Now, You see how it's dragging a little bit? I try to spin that and it doesn't coast. That's because I got it jammed together too hard. I'm going to spread these wheels out just a little bit on either end. There we go. You spread them out far enough and then it can spin. That's a very nice low friction connection there. There's a little bit of wobble in there, but not much. It's pretty, just the tiniest gap right there. Do the same thing at the other end. There's the basic car. The only part we haven't used yet out of the Connects kit is that, and I'll get to that in a minute. Let's put that to one side. Now your mousetrap. Your mousetrap needs to mount on here like this, and that's what the two little zip ties are for. Pay attention to the zip ties. If you don't know about zip ties, it's time to learn. You're supposed to put the end of the zip tie in this way. When you pull it through tightly, you can't pull it back out. That's right. This no, bad, do not do. This is a terrible mistake. If you pull that tight, what will happen? I don't even know if I can get it to go in there right now. Pull that tight, it doesn't grip at all. Pulls back out. It's not right. This is the way it goes in from that side. This way is good. This way is no good. All right, so what you want to do here is you actually want a longer one than these. They need to be skinny like this, but they need to be longer. And I didn't see any that were long and this skinny anywhere. So I'm going to put two together. So that means I'm going to hold one like this, with that end like that, and one like this, with that end like that. And I'm going to fit them one into the other, like here. Just put it on part way, not very far. Just a couple of clicks. So now I've got what acts like one zip tie. It's just longer than what was there. Now I'm going to take that and I'm going to put it through the mousetrap, right through underneath the spring here. So that it comes out underneath the spring there like that. I'm going to take that mousetrap, I'm going to set it on my car, turn it upside down, and I'm going to connect the remaining two zip tie ends. You want to draw that up tight on both sides. You want to make sure while you're doing this that it's between these two orange things. So I have to slide it around. Make sure this is good and tight here on both sides. Now, it can't move up and down. It really can't rock very much. There's a little bit of give side to side, but not much here. It's pretty tight in there. You need to take your scissors and put the excess off of either side. There we go. That's our basic mousetrap car. Now, two things left. The last connects piece and the kite string. This connects piece, if you look at your mousetrap, this connects piece needs to go on this axle here. This piece on this axle. If you look at this wire right here, if this wire is at that end, this connects piece goes at that end. It goes to the opposite end. So this goes on this axle. If you put it here, that's incorrect. No, no, no. You want to put it here. That's good. Yes, here. So you snap it onto there, like that. And you want to snap it on so it kind of faces, I don't know, away from the mousetrap, like that. And you might even want to slide it over to one side a little bit, so you've got some space here to work with. All right, last thing left to do is the string. Now, this can get complicated for some people. I don't know why, but you want a loop at the end of the string. Like that. A loop coming to the end of the string. You don't want a slip knot. This is not a slip knot. It's tight. There are lots of knots that will do that, but the easiest way of all is you take the string, and you just kind of fold it over at the end, like this. And you treat that like it's one piece of string, and you just tie a regular old overhand knot in it. I'm bumbling a little bit. Let me do this again. That's just a good old-fashioned regular knot. And now that loop is not going anywhere. It's good and tight. Trim the excess off like that. I want to do another one that's about the length of the car, about the length from axle to axle of the car. I'm going to fold this over here like this. Clip off some excess. Take this, just tie a regular knot in there. Good old-fashioned knot, like that. Trim off this excess here. So this is approximately the length of my car. You don't want it too long, you don't want it too short, but right around in this length. Now, I need to hook it to this. To make that easy, I'm going to take this spring, this end of the spring that's making this guy be all snappy, and if I pull that up and off like this, now this guy's free to move. And that makes it easy for me to do the next part, which is I'm going to take my string with my loop at either end. I'm going to put it through there like this. Then I'm going to take one of these loops, and it doesn't even matter which one of these loops, and stick it inside the other loop, like so. You pull it down tight. You may have to nudge it a little over that knot right there. So you pull it down tight. As you can see, it seals up against there. So that's good and tight there. This now pulls tightly. Now all I have to do, put this back onto there, put that wire back over, and now I've got this. To run it, all I do is I take this loop here, I hook it over that like I lassoed it. Yeehaw! Sorry, that was stupid. Loop that over there like that. Oops. Like that. And then wind this up. When it gets tight like this, you're probably going to have to lift this up a little bit for you to continue to be able to wind that string around that axle. As that winds, this guy moves back that way. And so, that's my mousetrap car. Enjoy. That's the end of my recording. Oops.